It was raining so hard that night the sound of it drowned out everything, except her voice. "I'm moving in with my boss, Jamie," she said, her tone trembling but resolute. We're having a baby together." For a second, everything inside me went still. The rain, the room, even my heartbeat. It all vanished into a ringing silence. Then came the rush. My pulse pounding in my ears, breath catching in my throat, and the faint metallic taste of blood where I'd bitten my tongue. I remember staring at her face, half lit by the kitchen's yellow light. Her lips quivered as she spoke, her eyes darting between mine and the floor. She was clutching her coffee mug like it was some kind of shield. "Jamie," I repeated, my voice barely a whisper. "Your boss, Jamie, the one you said was gay?" Her silence was my answer. She looked away. That was the moment the world I'd built. Our wedding plans, the house we were supposed to buy, the names we joked about for our kids, collapsed like glass underfoot. For months, I'd ignored the signs. The late-night work emergencies. The sudden obsession with perfume she never used before. The way she started locking her phone, then laughing too quickly when I asked who she was texting. I wanted to believe it was just stress. That every couple went through dry spells. That I was overthinking. Because the truth, the real truth, was too painful to face. And now here it was. In her trembling voice. In the raindrops sliding down her cheek, mixing with tears she pretended weren't there. "How long?" finally asked. Her mouth opened, closed, then opened again. "Since February." I laughed, a sharp, broken sound. "February? You mean during our engagement shoot?" She winced. That was the photo she'd framed by the bed. The one where I was looking at her like she was my forever. The silence stretched. The rain hammered harder. Somewhere outside, a car passed, headlights flashing through the blinds. Was it the money? I asked, though I already knew it wasn't. Jamie was older, successful, confident. The kind of person who walked into a room and everyone noticed. She shook her head, tears spilling freely now. "It wasn't that. I didn't plan this, I swear. Just happened." He listened, he understood me, and I. "And you fell into his bed," I finished coldly. She flinched. "It wasn't like that, please." "Then what was it, Clara?" I snapped, my voice cracking. "What does having a baby together mean? That you're starting a new life while mine burns?" She sobbed then, collapsing into a chair. I stood there, frozen, my hands trembling at my sides. Part of me wanted to hold her. The other part wanted to destroy everything in sight. I did neither. Later that night, after she left, I walked into the bedroom we'd shared for 4 years. The scent of her shampoo lingered on the pillow. Her clothes were gone, but a few hangers still swung in the closet, creaking softly, like ghosts of a life that no longer existed. I sat on the edge of the bed, clutching the engagement ring I'd been planning to resize for her next week. I should have hated her. But instead I just felt hollow. Like she'd taken something essential when she walked out. The version of me that still believed love meant forever. For days I didn't sleep. Every sound reminded me of her laugh, every silence of her absence. I replayed our memories like punishment. Her smile when I proposed, the way she called me home, the promises we made under dim fairy lights. And then I remembered Jamie. The name was suddenly everywhere. On her old work emails, in the photos from office events, in the gift receipts I found buried in our drawer. Small clues I'd missed while trying too hard to trust her. A week later I did something I never thought I would. I drove to Jamie's firm. He was there, stepping out of his sleek black car, raincoat over his arm. When he saw me, his expression froze. He knew exactly who I was. "Daniel," he said cautiously, "I think we should." "I'm not here to fight," I interrupted. "I just need to know something." He sighed, rubbing the back of his neck. "She told you." "She did." Pause. "Do you love her?" He looked genuinely startled. For a long moment he didn't answer. Then, "I care about her. But love? I don't know yet." That broke something in me I didn't know was left to break. He didn't even love her. He'd taken everything, and didn't even have the decency to mean it. 3 months passed. Clara texted once, asking if I was okay. I didn't reply. Couldn't. But life has a strange way of circling back. Last week, I was at the grocery store when I saw her. She was standing in the baby aisle, a small bump visible beneath her coat. She looked older, tired, but her eyes still had that softness I used to adore. We locked eyes. For a moment, the world went quiet again. "Daniel," she whispered, voice trembling. He nodded. "Clara." She hesitated, then said, "Jamie's not in the picture anymore. He left when he found out the baby isn't his." The words hit like lightning. "What?" She looked down, ashamed. "I thought it was his. But it's yours." The air left my lungs. The sounds around me blurred into nothing. The hum of refrigerators, the chatter of nearby shoppers, the rain tapping faintly on the roof. All those months I'd cursed her name, she'd been carrying my child. "I didn't tell you because I thought you'd hate me," she whispered. "You deserved better than the mess I made." And for once I couldn't speak. I wanted to be angry, to walk away, to say it didn't matter. But looking at her, at the curve of her belly, at the life we accidentally created, I realized anger couldn't change what was. After a long silence, I said softly, "We'll talk, but not here." She nodded, tears glistening. As I walked her to her car, the rain began again, gentle, cleansing, relentless. And somewhere deep inside, beneath the ache and the wreckage, something fragile began to stir. Maybe it wasn't forgiveness, but it was the start of something close enough to breathe again.